So, Lisa, it is my pleasure to introduce you to everyone. I have just been really fortunate to not only learn so much about your experience, but have you really complement a lot to our organization, what kind of has been missing. But I'm going to allow you to really kind of just do the talking for the families out there that might be considering working with us. Just kind of tell me a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your expertise and kind of some of the colleges, the applications you've worked on, majors, and a little bit, and just go from there.
Great, thank you, Dale. So I'm Lisa LeVay, and I have worked in college advising and counseling for 12 years and counting, and it has been an absolute passion for me. I love getting to help families and students navigate the college application process with confidence and be a reliable resource for them. So I kickstarted my career when I joined the National College Advising Corps, which is through Americaʻs, where I underwent intensive training and rigorous professional development before I was placed as a sole college advisor in a public high school in Texas. I learned an incredible amount from that experience, and it really prepared me in my future career as a college counselor and nonprofit program manager. And since then, I've worked at several national college access organizations and also public school districts across Texas, where I have personally supported and guided hundreds of students from diverse backgrounds and with a wide range of interests every step of the way through the college application journey. So I think my kind of my wide range of experiences in different settings, unique settings, has really given me the privilege of seeing all these different aspects of the college admissions process, which helps me as I advise students on their very unique individualized paths. So I've been able to work with students who are STEM focused, students who are liberal arts focused, and students who might be undecided about what they want to study, which is completely okay as well. As far as advising students on certain colleges, I've worked with students to apply to and get admitted to their major of choice at Texas public colleges like UT Austin and Texas A&M. So I know the ins and outs of those very unique systems in Texas. And for a few years, I specialized in advising students on the highly selective college admissions process to out-of-state colleges. So I help students get admitted to colleges like USC, Yale, Brown, Wash U, Northeastern, Boston University, to name just a few. So I've really gotten to see a wide range of experiences through this process, and I love that I get to do this in Austin and supporting students at Westwood and Westlake Lake and LASA and others.
Yeah, awesome. Great. Well, I love that you've had that interest in that wide range because
Mhm.
some folks come to us, they know exactly what they want to do. They want to go into computer science, they're targeting UT or MIT, and some
Mhm.
folks are like, I really just want to go to a great school. I don't even know what I want to study. I have no clue what the major is. And that can be scary because a lot
Mhm.
of teenagers, they are making some of their very first real adult decisions. And some of the high schools, I mean, you listed just a few of the ones we work with the most, but some of those schools, they really attach a lot of social value to getting admitted into specific named colleges,
Mhm.
universities. What happens? How do you work with someone that's, has no clue what they want to study? I mean,
Yeah.
as a consultant, professional trained counselor as well, like what types of tools or how do you advise someone that's like, I don't know what I want to do, and I'm kind of nervous and scared about that?
Yeah. First of all, I would say that is completely normal and okay to not know what you want to do. It's part of the process and figuring out what you want to study and what you want to do as a career. And it's something I didn't know for a while either, and I had to go through that process myself. So, figuring out what you want to study, you should be doing this research on your own. It is important to be researching and looking up colleges and majors every step of the way throughout high school and beyond to make sure that it fits your interests, your strengths, and what you want to do as a career. And so there are several tools that I would use when advising a student through this process. So I think first of all, and having that conversation, meeting with an undecided student, I would ask a lot about their current courses that they're taking. Maybe what are they doing for extracurriculars? Are you involved in anything? What interests you? What are you curious about? To just kind of start getting them to think about things that they enjoy, right? Starting from there. And then also, I would encourage students to do self-reflection. Really, this process starts with them doing the work, kind of thinking about what they might enjoy, and maybe asking people who know them best what they're good at, just to get an outside perspective as well. And then from there, I can kind of see, all right, well, what themes do we have, and how can I guide you towards certain careers that will best fit those themes? And in addition, I have some career assessments and inventories that I recommend for students, like the ONET Profiler, Big Future, and then utilizing those career assessments and inventories through Naviance or whatever college platform that their high school has have been helpful.
Yeah, there are so many platforms. There's PowerSchool,
Oh,
Naviance,
yeah.
Score, I think is one of
Yeah.
them. I mean, like all these school districts have some really crazy ones, but they have some really cool tools, and the Common
Mhm.
Application has some
Yes.
really great resources in there as well. Okay, so the essays. This is
Yeah.
like the scary part of applying to college. Folks really panic about this because the stakes are high, and this is an opportunity where students can really flip the script. They can throw a plot twist, into everything. But tell me a little bit about how you support. What can families expect from you in terms of the essay prep services?
Right. So essays are a major part of the process. They can really enhance your application and just give it that human touch, right? To show who you are as a student and what you'll bring to the campus as far as contributing in a meaningful way. So luckily, Access College America offers multiple incredible touch points every step of the way to guide students throughout the essay writing experience. So we have our hands-on masterclass workshops where students will learn step by step how to structure an essay, how to write an essay, and then they're going to actually take away a potential writing prompt, a topic for them to write their personal statement and main essay on, which is amazing. And then they're going to have their own essay specialist who's going to work with them one-on-one in reviewing their essay, providing them with meaningful feedback so that they have a really solid draft ready to go. And then when I come in as the consultant, I will review that essay once it's in a good place and make sure that everything is good to go and really just highlights the student and their values and is going to just make their application shine as bright as it can when they submit.
I love that there is a team here that everyone's
Yes.
getting access to, and it's really kind of layered in terms of the response because somebody might miss something, and you kind of
Mhm.
want as many people that are professionally trained reading these essays. You want your teenager going through these elements of reflection and self-discovery, but feeling confident and really feeling personalized. Well, two more quick questions, but one,
Mhm.
I want to go back to Genesis. I know that you
Mhm.
used to work with
Yeah.
a lot of teenagers that were applying to internships, and you were
Mhm.
helping them to really get ready for some of these
Yeah.
competitive fields. How are you helping them, with interview prep or resume building? Like, can you just explain a little bit about that nonprofit and what your role was in that?
Yes, absolutely. So in Genesis Works, we had students enroll in an 8-week summer training program before they were able to begin their corporate internship in a STEM field. So these were students who are interning in business internships, IT, and engineering internships. But over that summer training period, I trained students on professional skills and soft skills. So really building communication and confidence, public speaking, which is so important no matter what field that you go into, right? It's just kind of like the groundwork, the foundation of knowing how to navigate a career, a school setting, even as you head into college. And then on top of that, I prepared students in their technical training as well. So students received training in IT and engineering or business, whatever their chosen field was. So that way, when they started that internship, they were prepared on both sides. So a lot of people forget about the soft skills that those tend to be neglected a little bit when you're thinking about your future career, but they are just as critical, if not sometimes more important than the technical skills.
Yeah, because I mean, what
Yeah.
good is it to figure out how to create any of these solutions or
Mhm.
patterns if you can't take those, create directions, and pass them along to somebody else? It is about communication.
Mhm.
And we are all interconnected within teams and organizations. You have to know how to work in an organization and get along with others also, even when you're
Yeah.
going to be challenged. So I love that you have that background because there's an element of mentorship that kind of can come down. You can reiterate why that is much needed. It's more than just being great at math and science. You need to have soft skills
Mhm.
too. And so that background is important. Last question, and this is a rando question here
Mhm.
for you, but superpower. We all have kind of like a superpower about us. What's your superpower?
Yeah, I would say my superpower is my positivity. I am a very positive person, and so whenever I work with students or families or whoever it is, I am their biggest cheerleader and supporter every step of the way. And given that the college application journey it's an endurance marathon. It's not a sprint. It takes a while to get through it, and you have to maintain that endurance. You have to maintain that momentum every step of the way, and it can get really, really hard. It's not always going to be easy. There are parts of it that can be, but you have to keep pushing forward even when you might not feel like it. And with my students, I'm going to be there giving that extra push, giving that extra boost of energy, reminding my students of their why. Like, why are you doing this? Why is this important? What is that goal that you see for yourself at the end of all of this? And I will celebrate any and all wins, especially celebrate just the hard work and dedication that it takes to show up and be here and be a part of Access College America, to be doing this work. Not every student would be willing to do that. So that is something to cheer on, to celebrate. And as a consultant, my goal is to be that supportive and encouraging guide for my students, to be by their side, answer all the questions, find the answers if I don't know them, and to really help them feel empowered to find their best college fit home.
Awesome. Great. I love that that is your superpower too, because this can be a scary process, but it can be a lot of fun. It can be
Mhm.
exhilarating and empowering at the
Yeah.
same time. And so that is incredible that that's your superpower. I love that. Well, Lisa, it's such a delight to speak with you this afternoon and kind of discuss a little bit about your background and your history. And for the other families that are watching us right now, if you're ready to join our winning team, let me know and we will look at getting started. Thanks so much.